Hello and welcome to Tabletop 24. I'm Alan.
I'm John.
I'm Brian.
And welcome to another episode of We'll Play Again, where we take a look at games that we've played and with a focus on how quick we're going to get them back to the table. With ever-going collections, time can sometimes be precious, so we're going to answer the question, will we play again? Today we have Camel Up or Camel Cup, depending upon how you want to look at the word, how you want to look at the wording. And obviously this is the slightly older version. There is a new version out there that's been sort of updated, if you will, but this one is perfectly serviceable. So it's probably, in a nutshell and a one word, is chaos.
The camels will screw you over.
Yeah.
It's Camel Up, but yeah, the camels will screw you over. It's it is chaos. It's luck. I mean, your granny could play this game. This is the perfect game for Christmas. This is laughs at a table. The amount of times we've been playing this, so our regular games night is in a local sports club where they play traditional pool, darts, dominoes, skittles, that kind of thing. And the amount of times that people have come over to us when we have been playing this because we've been roaring with laughter and shouting and all sorts. 21 plays of this, and it is just a fun game. Can't help but put a smile on your face when you play it. It's
easy to learn.
Yeah.
It's low skill because it's just luck, essentially. You can't think your way around this game. You can't plan for this game. It just comes out. It's how the dice come out.
Just an overview. So on your turn, you're doing one of three things. On the base game, you're going to place an end game bet of one of the camels. Is it going to be first or last? A bet on the current round, who's going to be leading at the end of the round, or you roll the dice, which is one of the camels, and that's how I move. So,
I mean, there's a little bit of probability calculation in it, perhaps, but there is little to no strategy in this game whatsoever. And it can suffer if you've got, it plays up, the base game plays up to 8 people, and if you're at the back of that, it is 8, 2 to 8. If you're at the back of that, then again it's the same as some games in that I have got limited choices that I can do, because there may be only one dice left to roll. There may or there may be, if yellow's racing off, you can guarantee that the yellow points are gone. So is there any...
It's your turn. It's nothing to do.
Exactly. So it can be limited like that in that respect, but it doesn't detract from it. It's
worth demonstrating the pyramid dice prop. It's quite a nice little thing, but that said, doesn't always work. So it's a nice little thing. I said of have a random dice coming out without having it go all over the table. It's kind of cute looking, and it's quite thematic, I suppose.
It kind of reminds me, back in the day, we played Ludo, and we
exactly.
It's that kind of thing.
So it's good for all ages.
Table presence. The pyramid, the camels. The way the camels stack. It's that's every game's a dex game.
We talked about could it be horse racing? I think it could be, but I think the camels is just inherently funnier.
Yeah. The theme obviously of it is great, and it could be any sort of betting for a race, but could you stack the horses? Could you see them stacking in the same way? Probably not. So, but the randomness of how you could, for instance, have a setup similar to this, and you go, okay, well, the blue moves, so he stands on top of it. Okay, right. Orange moves, so they stand on that one. Then white moves, and they're all the way over there. And blue, that was at the back with no chance of recovery, is now leading the race, be it on top of a 5 camel stack. So
you can swing the game really easily just with a single dice roll.
Go back to my opening statement: the camels will screw you over. If you need a blue 3 to come out, the blue 3 will. Do you know? It, more often than not, the one roll that you don't want to happen will happen, and it'll whatever strategy in whatever.
So there's a little bit of thinking about these things here where you can place a trap or you can place an oasis, and that moves basically modifies the dice roll that comes out.
Yeah.
You don't know which dice, it modifies all the dice. That happens for that round. And there's a little bit of thinking about maybe where to place those, but again, it just comes down to am I lacking with dice rolls?
These, it's sort of like, right, Do I want the camels to move on or backwards? Do I want to try and help this can help your strategy in some ways, but it's not too big a
It just swings
impact.
the probability slightly, doesn't it?
Yeah, and you do get penalised as well when things don't quite go as you've planned. So if you take one of the tiles and they're actually outside of first and second, you will get penalised. If you end up placing in either of the piles for the end game scoring and it's not in those piles, you will lose out there as well.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I to be honest, when I noticed when we just started this video, my smile came on my face thinking about playing it, and the level of my voice went up because it's just an enjoyable game to play. It's just you do get so much fun out of it.
It's quick as well.
Yeah.
Half an hour, and you've gone through the game.
Yeah.
And ready to play again.
Exactly. Yeah. And neighbours, I would play a board game, get Camel Up out, and first of all, you're betting on where they're coming over, and you're like, yeah, right, what, one round, and you're in.
Yeah,
that's all it takes. One round and you're into this, and you're like, right, okay, they know it. And as soon as they see how you take the dice and stuff, they're like, okay, it's a very tactile, very, very involved game. Player interaction. It's one of those ones that there's banter going around the table all the time.
No, you've rolled that. I didn't want you to roll.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Whereas not start looking at a tableau, it's just one of those ones that seems to suit all ages and all people, really.
And I think one of the good things about this is, obviously, John mentioned there, one round and you're in. This doesn't suffer from where a lot of games where you could potentially play a round and end up being on the back foot if you've not done very well.
Yeah.
You can teach it on a round and just go from there.
Yeah.
And so it is so inclusive. And you can see why a lot of people have it in there. You can see why it won the Spiel as well. So
and the more players you get, the funnier it gets.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and yeah. I've been standing up, stamping my feet, and it's just lovely.
Yeah, and there are a couple of extra modules and a couple of extra expansions for it that can sort of add things to the game. I think in the newer edition, a lot of those are actually covered in there. So it's a fantastically light, airy, enjoyable game. I don't think, unless you can get a real sourpuss that doesn't like their camel being in last place, I don't think anybody doesn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
So.
No, I don't. But like I say, the only downside is you can suffer from not having a choice that can impact you getting the money to win the game. Sometimes that you can be you can go around and you've got pretty much nothing you can do apart from roll a dice, which gets you a coin, but also can end it and give other people. That can be a detractor for it, and I've been certainly on the tail end of that sometimes. But last time I played it, I think I was at the other end of it, where I was just like, I'll have that one, I'll have that, and just picking up all the coins. So, it swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, brilliant. So then, John, would you play it again?
Oh yeah, of course. I'd play. Can we not pack it away? Can we have a game of this afterwards? It's just making me smile thinking about playing it. It's effervescent. It's just a light. Very few perfect games, but this is very nearly perfect.
Yeah. All right.
I'll play it again, definitely. There's lots of games out there, to the point of this channel, what we're going to play again. So in terms of testing my sort of mental capacity and skill and trying to understand how to learn a game and beat the game, this isn't that game.
Yeah.
But it's a fun game,
Yeah.
and I would love to play it again.
Yeah.
I'm with you playing it in a minute.
Yeah. And that's unanimous. So I would definitely play again. I think it does have its place, and I think it's. If I was even looking for that cerebral fix, no, it's not Camel Up, isn't it?
No.
But if you're looking for those higher player count games, if you're looking to have a bit of a fun, laugh and a joke, if you've got somebody that might not normally be into a tabletop game or anything like that, this could really be something to introduce them to. And I think it will stand. It has stood the test of time. I think it will stand the test of time. And I think, it's so much fun. And I think we've even had a point of where we've met, and do you know what? We've had a bit of a tough week. We've had a bit of a long day, not really into some of the heavy.
Yeah.
I'll bring Camel Up, and it just lifts the mood. It just lifts everybody.
It's fun. I mean, you could play Terraforming Mars, and everybody's brains are dribbling out their ears by the end of it, and then you get like Camel Up, and everybody goes wee, and and it's just a chill out. It's a chill down. It's just get back a bit of normality. It's just It's all, you could almost say how people react to playing Camel Up. They react to play Camel Up. Some people who don't like it, it's like okay, maybe don't want to play games with you. You know what I mean? Because it's such a fun game.
So
Yeah.
judge of character.
Yeah.
And it isn't going to fit for everybody, but it is on the light side.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you for joining us for this another episode of We'll Play Again. If you haven't done so already, check out our other videos on the channel. Give us a like and a subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.
Bye.
Goodbye.